It was not just the Red Duke who was wronged in the history of Bretonnia. Malobod, the Black Knight, became the Duke of Mousillon for a time, and as a Blood Knight, attempted to claim the crown of Bretonnia. Some would even say that he's the bastard son of the king. In his earlier years, he was a fine warrior, and after setting off for the border princes, he returned as a sole survivor of his warband, becoming a full-fledged knight of the realm. Without pausing, he set off as a questing knight, seeking the blessing of the lady. Whether rumor or truth, it's said he rode into the Massif Orc Hall, killing hordes of greenskins, battling harpies in the Grey Mountains, and stopping a goblin tribe at Axebite Pass. Despite all of his victories and his valor, the lady never came to him. He questioned her, and if his sacrifices were sufficient. He went to Mousillon and saw the true extent of misery in the lands of Bretonnia. As he tells it, he came to rest by the Forest of Arden, and by a lake saw a hand reach out from it with a golden grill. He drank from it, knowing that full and well he finally came to an end with his quest, but nothing happened to him. His years of questing was for nothing. That is when he knew that this kingdom stood for nothing but a sham. But unlike Malabad, the Red Duke is on his way to become the true Red King. First, Durthu must be deposed, and after, the Duke of Pedavon will be broken. The last moment for Daith is right now. He's come in to charge in, attempting to retake Val's anvil. Clearly, it is an endeavor that will not work in his favor. It's time to auto-resolve. And I have figured out what my issue was for recording my mouse cursor. Say hello to it. G-Force, or Shadowplay as it used to be known, wasn't showing it, but now it's back because I'm using OBS. Which to me is actually pretty darn good now that I know how to use it. And I do have a PC that's able to handle some of the rigors of utilizing it properly. The Prince of Nothing. Some malignant thing dares to challenge you. A message sent from somewhere in the Grey Mountains warns you to stay away. Keep to your Sylvanian slums or face the Great Enchanter. Really? Is that true? No, it's just some event. It couldn't be true. Who would it be? Would it be Kimmler? Because he's gone. I've beaten him already. Someone didn't give him the memo. Hostile hero activity. Ah, and a confident defender for the Red Duke. Now, interestingly enough, our enemies have made one of their classic blunders. Blunders. I made a blunder too, possible. And that is, they've come to attack without defending their waterfall palace. So look at who we've got to fight. They didn't even take the crag halls of Findle. They only damaged it. So the Bloodlord could go to attack. But instead, we shall go in to destroy their armies. I'll take my undead minions and we'll fight together. The Bloodlord. You don't have a proper name yet, but in time you just may. Let's bring everyone over here. Louis of Brent, we know of. We can put a point into Devastating Charge to give him more damage whenever he charges into combat. Now, before we attack, we've got agents to utilize. They're vital to the war effort. What now? Too low of a chance? Okay, what about the other agents? If you could wound any agent at all, that would be ideal. I know that you're tired. You failed. Very well. Giovanni of Garlic. What about you? No one is filling up to it today. Understood. Okay, well, we'll leave it alone. Paul Walden, come on down, my friend. It is time for you to help out. Let's have a look. I'm very close to getting that tier 3 upgrade for any one of these. I would love to be immune to untainted attrition. I need 12 blood kisses. An interesting thing to gather, but anyway. Let's bring out some of these minions to help me fight. So we'll take out the weaker one first. Oh no, you may go. We don't need to fight you traditionally, not today. But Durthu we will fight traditionally. It's only time for that. He now flees. Goodbye. Fare thee well. Now we get flaming attacks when fighting against Wood Elves. Tree Surgeon. Even the mightiest tree in the forest can be felled. You just need a big enough axe. Oh, agreed. Killer of Woe. Who's going to save Coadil now? Ambush chance goes up by 20%. Chance of intercepting an army using the underway, beast paths, or world routes is up by 10%. Drika is now gone too. Now we bring in the Bloodlord. And it's time for a battle in just a moment. At level 31, it's time to further improve our Red Duke. At a charge bonus of 104, his melee attack and his damage will be staggering to witness. Now, it is time to move into combat. The Red Duke craves a feast, even if it is sappy. Look at him. I used to be a Durthu once. Oh well. My bark wasn't thick enough. Let's go. The battle for these lands is going to be intense. Durthu is here, that ancient tree man. Right now, the Bloodlord is gearing up. His job is to hold the line. His minions will probably be destroyed, but again, this is what they're there for. You can see how many undead that I have marching up the hill. My zombies will maintain a line formation where the Wood Elves can expend their arrows and their time. Durthu is nearby with a horde of tree spirits using magic to potentially diminish the power of my own evil minions. We can see that he could potentially be a challenge. Sure, he's Durthu, he's powerful, he's not weak. Though, when it comes down to it, he's no Red Duke. The Red Duke I've made powerful. Very powerful. There isn't much that can really challenge him. Over on the right flank, all of my knights will assemble together. And later they'll charge out and destroy whatever is not attacking my front lines. If their infantry, like the Dryads, comes to destroy all of my zombies on the front lines, then I can use my knights to surround them elsewhere. A flock of beasts is a spell that's being used. The zombies are clambering forward. The Red Duke will be moving in to destroy Durthu momentarily. It's just about getting into position. It's a large army. It's not a small army. And for a better look at what we're dealing with right now, it's a large army. That's why I'm very glad that we have the Bloodlord. The Red Duke went ahead to scout around, finding what he could, what information that he could use to command his minions with. They're undead, they're mindless, he's got to be the one brain here. If you're not good, nothing will be good. That's usually how that pans out when you're an undead commander. What's incredible about the Red Duke is really his sheer strength, and I'll show you what I mean. Over here, we're looking at 572 for weapon strength. But wait for him to charge in. Wait for him to get every buff up right after he breathes out one of his spells, killing a few riders. It wasn't a direct hit, so I won't use that ability like that again. He's currently at 739, using spells, using whatever buffs he has. That charge bonus is at 153 now. And there we go, he moves in. That's an immense amount of damage that he's now able to push onto Durthu. Two titans are fighting, the Red Duke and Durthu. The ancient tree spirit, enraged at the evils of the world. I'm sure he's not a fan of me conquering and burning down most of Athlor, but it's happening now. And no amount of tentacles is going to change my mind. That's hentai ecchi, and I will not have any part of it. The Dryads are coming after my zombies. They're moving into a different position. Again, their goal is to just stand here, to hold them off, to be that quagmire, to giggity them to death. You can see that their archers are already beginning their attack. We could lose his entire army and it wouldn't matter. Now all of our knights, they charge in together. It's time to break down what remains of Durthu. Because of that special item that the Red Duke has, we can enhance melee attack and I believe speed as well. And I also have my own spell that enhances melee attack and speed. So I could use it on two different knightly groups, have them speed up and also deal more damage. And so he tries, breaking down a handful of my knights, but Durthu has fallen. He is no more now. Now we have only Treekin and other idiots to kill. Red Duke takes flight. A few Dryads have gone flying. That was my goal all along. It was really to draw out what I could and use all of my quick units, my fast units, my agile units, nimble units to hit them. Dire Wolves and Fell Bats are fantastic. They're great in a secondary, cheaper army, and I think that's really something that I want to utilize more in the future, is having more than one army fight together. I won't always be able to do it. It does work out quite well when I'm able to do it. So now, let's go and zoom out and check out what the battle looks like. You can see that front line all engage with their melee. They'll win it at a few portions. My goal, again, is to just use my horsemen. There's nothing really else going on other than just me allowing a few of my soldiers to get shot while I use all of my horsemen to strike them down. You can see how much green they have. It's a pretty dank force. The ladies are angry at me. The Blood Lord, he's not attached to his undead minions. They're not human, even if they were. Well, humans are cattle. They even have a tree man. That tree man will be able to deal grievous blows to my forces that are trying to hold. But you're no Durthu. You might be ancient, you might be powerful, but you're no Durthu. Behind their line, behind what is currently attacking me, you can see them just moving. But my bats are moving too. That's how you know we're getting closer. My dire wolves and my bats, they charge in. Their job is to, again, entangle many of these ranged units. Elsewhere, my black knights and my blood knights are doing the same. The Red Duke is busy, but he's coming back for another attack. Here comes a charge right into these Dryads from behind. There's Treekin, too. Treekin are quite sturdy. They're incredibly resilient. Ah, an enemy commander. He just went on a slip and slide. I like how he hit that log. He's just getting kicked around. Imagine seeing that overhead. You can see them just move so quickly because they were buffed by that spell, so they were able to move even faster. I was using the Red Duke to enhance everything. I do not focus on his spell casting. He's got a basic allotment of spells that are sufficient enough, clearly. Instead, I've been focusing on his campaign abilities and his melee abilities. If we could get the Red Sword of Cain, then I could conquer the world. Now, if you're already tired of watching the Red Duke conquer, you might be in for it if I got that Sword of Cain. That breath attack was quite damaging. Hitting a few of our Cryptghouls. Our Cryptghouls, well, they're trying. They're bringing the club up, but they don't lift enough like my Swole Boys, like my Crypt Horrors. Now those are powerful. You can see the Rangers fighting too. Here comes the Red Duke. Now ready to take down that tree man, staggering him from behind. And in that one mighty strike, nearly felling him. I thought it was a fatality. I was going to be very excited about that, but not yet. So we zoom back out and we see what's happening. I'm bringing in some infantry from behind, but it's largely a horse-based battle for me. The goal is to just hit every single ranged unit, then we can fall upon their infantry. There's a lot of bodies here, a lot of undead. But it was always meant to be like that. There's Durthu. I'm kidding, it's not. He's too weak. It's pretty gross, man, using your little tootsies over there to kill someone. Pretty rude. It looks like everyone is breaking now, so the battle is won. We've done it. Now we just need to chase him down. They have been broken by the Red Duke. It's time to go. And the battle is won. Durthu did not win. I had to engage with the Blood Lord. I allowed many of his minions to die in that battle because, hey, they're meant to be fodder. Now, we can go to the Waterfall Palace. Good job, Blood Lord, you did it. We can't move anymore, but on our following turn, we can finally take the Waterfall Palace. Then after that, I suppose we can go hunt down Orion. Ah, look at him, all alone over here in Karak Boufdar. I bet he likes to boof. He looks like a boofer. Alright, Balls Anvil. Is there anything worthwhile for me here? Well, it's going to involve defensive buildings, corruption. If I am going to have this location, it will involve many of those things, and I mean, it does make some money, I suppose. It is making me a decent amount to support another army. That is a positive thing. We'll get Crypt Keepers, more corruption. Public order penalty goes down. I mean, it's after a long time, so we'll need the Bloodlord to probably quell rebellions while here. Oh, you will rebel. It will only take a bit of time. And corruption is indeed going up. And we only have one location to destroy. Here is the Crooked Moon, right? Correct? Yes. I mean, that does look like a Crooked Moon. Very angry moon. Kroknorn survives somehow. And for our other army, rank 5 for Baron Mortarion, who has not been able to do too much as of late. But who knows? One day, one day. Alright, let's have a look over here. We have an Awakened Battlefield on the way. That is only a tier 3. Why did I build that here? I should have built that in... That is true. I don't even know why I did that. What was I thinking? Was I losing my mind? Maybe so. It's very likely. So we'll come over here and build that crumbling training field. I don't even know what I was truly thinking. And then I'll work at my carpenter's workshop, even though it'll take some time to get what I want. Over here's where I'll get my ethereal knights from Mousillon. That feels about appropriate and correct for me to do. All right. That looks good to me. The Bloodlord, right. Did I not give you your point? I suppose I did not. What shall we give you then? More corruption, you say. Good idea. Now, we may end our turn. There's not much more for me to do. I need to save up what dark magic I have currently. Perevan foolishly attacks Baston. I get to fight too. Let's go through all of these events. Crone, come child, come visit my modest hovel. It's just around the corner and there's cakes in the oven. Oh no. I don't like that at all. Let's go. We'll take care of Perevan next. I'll be on my way there. It's a very weak and tiny garrison. I've already beaten you in a major fight. Goodbye. And now we own every location here. We'll take corruption. We'll take public order and a gibbet in the form of a gibbet. And we'll get a awakened battlefield for a larger garrison. And finally, well, another building would be to build one of these crypts over here, but that's way too much money to build that here when I could be building it elsewhere, so we'll take a cheaper building. And done. Another Wood Elven faction destroyed. I wonder, what undead can I pick up? A lot of zombies? Good. That's what I need. Just a lot of zombies. Corruption's going down in the Oak of Ages. Well, I don't like that one bit. We'll move him back down to the Crag Halls of Findle. We can wait in the Waterfall Palace. He's got way too many locations to hold on to. Giovanni, let's bring you down. Or actually, come bother Perevan. It took some time, but we managed to destroy many of these elves. I nearly want to give these lands away to maybe even Baston, but it is making me some money. Well, Red Duke, you have more than you did before. Here's Bloodlust for 20% more armor-piercing damage. I've made him a master of war. He's quite agonizing to fight against. The Wood Elves finally were an easier force for me to fight, but we did fight Durthu. Durthu, who specialized in dryads. Let's take the public order. What little I can. I'm at 4 blood kisses right now. My other army's still working on what they need to improve. Okay. I can't build that workshop yet, so we'll work on getting my Cursed Rally Field in order. And now we wait. So we'll move up. I doubt Orion would want a peace treaty, though that would be great. My reputation is quite high. I could leave him alone if he just wanted to be left alone. The dwarves do, but they're weaker than Orion, I would imagine. Let's have a look, though, and find out if that is true. Okay, never mind. We can be left alone and focus on other fights. That's what I want. I kicked them out of their own woods. Now he's only fighting the Broken Nose tribe. I'm sure one day he'll fight me again. I'm not really keen on fighting you, Icket Claw. Broken Moon. A defensive alliance. I don't want you to draw me into wars, but I will take some money from you. No, I already have one friend who's drawing me into wars. It's great. Go fight Rorik Granite Hand. Keep him busy. Pedavon, I get to destroy you, Gassion. Oh, I get to destroy you now. That one agent of theirs is doing a good job at killing a few of our undead minions. The Red Duke is nearly ready to move. Let's look at what locations are about to rebel. Going into Pedavon is an idea, but they're so weak they do not even have one dominant army. You are nothing to me. Let's go to the Crag Halls. Thankfully, there is no attrition to worry about. We will stabilize the King's Glade. Corruption is improving. It'll go up to what? 83.3% corruption. Not bad. The Oak of Ages continues to go down, though. It's been pacified. Ah, look at that. 100% more. Right. What's over here? The Oak of Ages. Correct. Skeptical populace. Indeed. Enables attrition from mortal armies. Very nice. Creeping corruption. Not quite where I need it to be. I wonder if we can get it to where I need it to be. I have no idea. What is causing it to boost up? That is really the biggest question, I suppose. Local populace. Ah, okay. Understood. Crag halls are unhappy. Every location is unhappy. I would rather have everyone just come out to fight me. So come out and fight me if you want. You can leave the Red Duke here as much as I just want to get better units for him. We'll have to wait. It's been difficult to get a new army for him. Very difficult indeed. So we'll go destroy this garrison of Pedavon. They're being haunted by wights and evil knights. 2 failed, but 1 did manage to succeed. They have a sizable garrison, so these agents will be quite important in diminishing that garrison. Spread public order? Meh. Maybe. Woundmaker. In case I want to use you later. Over in Artois. Is it finally time? Oh no, I need 2,800. Okay. Again, we wait to use our money. I've got so many armies right now. But I want my trebuchets for Benemarterian. I will use him to bring down the walls of Bretonnia. The walls that remain. Jubilee was taken by the Skaven. I did not even destroy the Fate Enchantress. The Skaven did. Ah, a brackish pond for money. We'll take it. I've got so much public order to worry about. I really do. Not every location is doing poorly. What about over here? Corruption is going up, but slowly. It'll go up to 50%. I see. I see. You wait until they're happier. We'll make more money. That time, he failed. Dory Get Gold? Oh, what an obvious name. My last name will be... Let's see, Mortarian Kill You. A little bit on the nose, but yeah. His is too. Okay, so you're not going to rebel yet. We can use another Rights of Dominance. I shall wait because I want to cause rebellion so we can kill all of those who are unhappy with my rule. The Wasteland is unhappy. They're about to rebel, so we shall now bring down Baron Mortarian to defend Marienburg. There's a raid happening over in Gorsel. That's an interesting one. What more do we have? Leoness is over here and quite happy. See, I can upgrade what I want over here. That would provide more income and damned questing. See, I want all those knights for my new army. I think that'll be cool thematically to see some undead Bretonians fighting out here. I do want an upgraded... See, I did want that trebuchet, but now it's got to wait because I can finally get an upgraded Shady Township. I've been waiting to get that for a long time. Because it give it for +1 to public order. I'm not taxing them still. That's causing me to lose some money. Not too much, but some money. -1 to public order. I've expanded quickly for what it is. I mean, I really have. You can see how few locations are happy that I'm here. No one's really happy, and that corruption is slowly moving. That's why I've got to eradicate more of them and to spread more corruption. That's a big goal of mine. So there's nothing that we can do right now. We've only got to wait. The Red Duke waits for a rebellion or two. We've got a few that are coming up. I think it's time to just kind of pass a few turns and pacify what I can until there's a new battle. Right. Good idea. Good idea, undead me. Oh no, there's very many angry people around. Whatever shall I do? There's one. I came here to gain more experience and to put down everyone who dislikes the Red Duke. That provides a lot more dark magic for my investments here. The Red Duke doesn't really need to go fight them, does he? Not really. Let's come over here, and the Blood Lord that we have, who doesn't have a real name yet, will come after another rebellion in just a moment. It's 2 rebellions gone. Look at all that dark magic we're accruing now. Beautiful. And 1 more to destroy. I'm telling you, you can't smell victory if you've never experienced it, Walmond. Now we can move into the King's Glade for a turn. Look at that public order boosting up. Wonderful. And for him, we'll take Undying Horde after we take up Darkening Skies. I want him to corrupt everything. Everywhere he's at, I want there to be corruption and destruction. Fortunately, there's no need for corruption over in the Oak of Ages, and that's good, or I would have to worry about that. Thankfully, I don't have to, and I do hope these orcs beat the forces of Orion. That would be comical if he lost to a singular tribe, an ancient race completely destroyed, but our Elven War is now complete. And Red Duke, I would like for you to get some new units. It's about time for that, isn't it? Look at all these buildings that I have going on for corruption. Alright, let's go bother Pedivon. I've got the units for it, so by the time I get there with, like, let's say the Bloodlord or even Baron Mortarion, we could destroy them all. The Red Duke is so powerful, even if others are leveled up, they're still not close to his level. I could just let him destroy Pedivon quickly. It's not a big deal. Mortarion. That rebellion didn't happen in Marienburg that we wanted. Well, it should happen now in 1 turn. Good, good. It's great training for him. Now, we're working on building up that carpenter's workshop. And over here, we can get a corrupted barracks for some peasant bowmen. Wait, hold on. What do I need? I need to make sure that I have everything that I need. A carpenter's workshop. Ah, very good, very good. All right. Then I suppose we could wait for better defenses or other things. I don't think we need better defenses. We haven't really been attacked. So that is fine. We don't need to worry about that. Many of these Wood Elven lands are a little bit happier. Let's provide more public order for them right now. Northern Grey Mountains are still not happy. I need to get rid of Kroxigors. But our turn is now complete. We have taken care of many rebellions. We just need to consolidate, corrupt more. And now we can upgrade to a salt marsh in Bretonnia. Bretonnia is back in the war again. They're united against us, which means we've got to rush over there to go fight them. The Baron Mortarion can help. Ah, look who's coming to attack. It's on my way. While we go up there, we can bring up the Bloodlord to go hold the Waterfall Palace or other locations that might need it. The Waterfall Palace will, in time, rebel. Let's rush up. What else do you need? You need more corruption. That you do. I've only got so much money right now. Marienburg has defenses. Decent defenses. I mean, naturally, we could always use more. Do I need to upgrade anything in Artois? It's not tier 4 yet, so that can wait. Now, while we are here, I wonder, could I just go to Brungzint and take it? What do you have? You're rank 2. What is your garrison like? It's decent. You have walls. I have no manner of device to destroy you with. Not right away. Let's come back over here then and recruit a fresh army for him. Or a few new units for him. Ah, I can only have 1 trebuchet because I already began with 1. Shoot, I'll need more buildings for that, right, because of the caps. Okay, well, let's take a few spearmen then. We'll take 4. Then I want some bowmen. Rank 4 is not too shabby. Let's get a right of dominance. The reason why I want that is so that we can mitigate the public order concerns, because I do have a new war, a fresh war, to go fight. So the Bloodlord may indeed go after Pedivon. I was hoping to go after other targets, but I might not have time to do so. I might just have to go after what I can. You know what? I'm going to march up here and get closer to you. Yeah, there we go. Let's see what happens in a turn. There's been a lot of waiting for this episode, but we had, like, what, 4 battles in our previous part? Rather understandable. I just destroyed the Wood Elves completely. I mean, look at what I own now. Humans owning Athel Lauren. Say it is so, not ain't so, is so. Elements have changed in the war again. The Wood Elves have declared war on me, which means the Bloodlord will be in charge of watching these lands. The Waterfall Palace is no longer rebelling. That is good. What about down here? No, every location is doing fine. We just need to be aware and ready to attack. I would rather cause a rebellion now. It's good training for him. They're not going to. Okay, well, we can wait then. I'll have you wait over here in Crag Halls of Findle. Oh, hello, the Empire. I wonder who they're fighting. They've got an army down here too. There's a very weak army at Canels. They do not even have a full stack. Baston was defeated. Gastillon is way too weak. Bohemond is here too. Why fight him? He's way too weak. I would love to fight him, but his army's way too small. It would waste my time and yours. We occupy. They belong to us. So we're just going to clean up on the way up north. I want to fight a full stack again, but we only have all these broken factions close by. Once I get to, like, let's say the Empire, that's when, oh, the challenge will come back. Master Striker at 679 for weapon strength. Do I even need... No, I have Terror already because of my mount. I believe... Yes, I do. Okay, so I don't need to get Supernatural Terror or Horror. Instead, I can get Blade Shield. If I got that one and Beguile, oh man, my defensive abilities would be quite high. I've gone all in for my offensive abilities. Ah, here we go. A dwarf to handle. You failed. It's unfortunate. What about you, Paul Weldon? Try it out.
I will not disgrace my
2 failures. That's a shame. So you have more units than you did before. Very good. I would like for you to get standard arrows, really. I just want you to massive attacks on my enemies, and that's all that I want you to do. That's my army for now, until I get my other knights. She has a big army. She does. Okay. It's time to upgrade more locations. Let's go sort by income. Every location is fine, thanks to my right of dominance. That would be a Font of Nightmares. We'll take it. I can upgrade to a Desolate Salt Pans over in Brouillon. So we will have a battle in time. It's just not coming to us yet. We'll take Wound for a higher chance to wound an enemy agent. And now we can end their turn, but we will destroy everything. Ah, look at that. They went over here. They do have the Massive Orcal. And I just get to go take Petavon next. After Petavon, we'll go over to Kroxigors. Now, an interesting change is that the Crooked Moon Goblins took over Kroxigors, meaning that the dwarfs are limited in power. It's only Croc Norn close by. But Kroxigors, they are much weaker. They came to me. What a bad choice. And over here, for what we can build, let's take a Dark Iron Pit. And now we can end our turn. Look at where we get to go. Right to Petavon. Oh, I've been waiting to take you for a while, Petavon. Now that is a bigger army. If I auto-resolve, I'll lose way too many, so we will fight that battle out. It'll be a good siege for us to engage in. Paul Walden. Do I need you to move elsewhere? I suppose I do. Come up here. Go help me with Kroxigors. The dwarfs are unhappy. Look at Helmgard. Helmgard is holding the pass right now. Wow, the Empire has a lot of armies. That they do. They're going to be an interesting challenge whenever I finally invade. That's why I cannot wait for the new forts to be in, because it's going to be much harder to invade the Empire. I hope one day Bretonnians get their own forts. A proper standoff is appropriate. Let's come over here to Castle Artois. Now Baron Mortarion has a full army, but no agents. I kind of want a Necromancer for him. Do I have... No, I don't have a building there for the... Yeah, here we go. Only tier 2. Let me find out if any other... Oh, a Vampirus would be very powerful. She's a master of the black arts. Dread Incarnate. Yolanda.
Yes.
We'll need a good name for her, too. Okay, so she's good at replenishing. She's good in combat, or she will be. I think we should use her on the campaign map. For now. But I will immediately right after just have her go straight into some other type of fight. And join an army. No, you can wait for now. I need to go check on the Wood Elves. My dark magic is finite, but so it is. I want to go find out. So let's go find out who the Empire is fighting. I'm rank 15. I've gone up in power. They're fighting, let's see, Krokhern, Border Princess. Oh, really? And Clan Angron. Oh, Clan Angron? Really? Interesting choices. The Empire has 13 locations under their command. It's quite large. Quite large indeed. Wood Elves have 2. They're fighting me. They do not have Skaven Blight. Okay. Only Kroxigors still. Let's go into battle and take Pedavon. Once a beautiful location where you could live in relative safety. That's been changed up by what we're doing here now. Pedavon, you no longer belong to Duke Cassion. You will now belong to me. The Red Duke is on the wall. You know what that means for anyone involved. Yeah, that. It's very violent. It's all free real estate for the Red Duke. What you don't know about the Red Duke, he's actually a real estate developer. He's clearing out all this land from a bunch of poor people. He's about gentrifying for the elites, for the bourgeoisie, for the vampire counts. Hey, they've got a lot more to pay. What do these guys have? Literal hay to pay with. They're poor. We don't need that shit. So there's a gate. The symbol of the Grail. Lovely. But what's on the second floor? Bad neighbors, I suppose. Because they're all grouped up, what's going to happen here is that we're going to see some stones delivered. Oh, no. You know what I'm all about. Stone delivery. First, we find a good hunk of rock. Next, we carve it. Third, we launch it at someone. It's called express delivery. It's 1 day delivery, see? Here you go. Catch. Yeah. Well, you gotta catch it, you idiots. I did my part. The rest is up to you. I'll try not to use the Red Duke so much whenever I'm able to rebuild my army, but it's so hard not to. I mean, like, what do I do with him? Do I just not use him? No, that would be weird. But I understand that, like, if people don't want to see just the Red Duke winning on his own, I am using my army together because right now we have undead spearmen moving onto the walls. There's only so much that I can do in a siege battle, though. And in our previous battle, the Red Duke didn't win alone. He had knights fighting, and I had a strategy. That worked out. There is a paladin. He's charging up. He's like, let me hit you with my sword. That's how he sounds. I don't know why. People question his accent. He's not from the right part of Bretonnia, all right? No, that lovely trebuchet of mine. Again, delivering the finest stone wares. The Red Duke Stone Emporium. Come get yours today. It's free, actually. We don't have a great profit margin. No, what I used, I held down Alt. When you hold down Alt, you can have your artillery hit where you want it to. So even though it might not be able to shoot on its own where you want it to go, you can just do that and aim at certain locations. Now, unfortunately, one group of spearmen did not arrive on these walls. I'm not sure why. They went through like other walls. I don't know if I misclicked or what. And that was a big issue. So I do end up losing one group of spearmen right over here. And there's the Red Duke pulverizing them, coinciding with that stone delivery. Their uniforms are actually gorgeous, by the way. These colors, wonderful. Now the Red Duke is moving behind the main line of their soldiers to destroy these peasant bowmen. In this town, we have their leader waiting to be destroyed. Pedavon will soon belong to me. Who knows what I may give to them in due time, once they do belong to me. There's knights and mounted yeomen that are waiting in their town square. It's a beautiful location. I would potentially not mind living here. I mean, these are spacious roads. Probably smells like shit. Never mind, I don't want to live here. I want to wait for my penthouse suite. The trebuchet continues, scoring hundreds of kills in one battle. Why move in? What would you do in this situation? How would you handle this battle? Would you just ignore your clear advantage of trebuchet? It's not like I'm using some weak-ass catapult. No, I'm using trebuchet. On the walls, my spearmen continue to fight. Soon, Crypt Horrors will move ahead to help me finish off what remains of their forces. And those shrieking hags, too. The wailing hags will come in. They give me migraines. And there's another brutal breath attack by the Red Duke. Between the Red Duke and the Trebuchet, do I truly need an army? Maybe not. These are weapons of mass destruction. And he flies back in, helping out these spearmen, though not in time. That breath attack, noxious fumes, incinerating whatever armor they had, or corroding, I should say. That would be the more accurate way to put it. chomping and gnashing and biting and... Ugh. They were hits. There's very few left. Only a few more strikes. We've got all the giblets we need. There's just a carpet of dead peasants. As if I would let the Red Duke soil his feet on the ground. He only walks on the bodies of the dead. Good, you had a volley. I'm proud of you. You tried your best. One day it would be fascinating to play as potentially every Duke or every Elector Count. I think that would be so much fun. There's a few factions that I can play a lot of. For me, it's a lot about the titular character, the protagonist. The one that we follow throughout the storyline. He's moving quickly. And then a dive. Now finally, they're coming. They're on their way. The Swole Boys are in town. Und now we lift. Now they're gonna lift. Und wir are Kreatures. It's been a different battle for us, for sure. I'm trying to minimize losses. That way we can just go straight up there. We're going to have some attrition whenever I pass through these human lands until I get my last Blood Dragon upgrade. Then I won't have to deal with it any longer. There is another Blood Dragon mod that I'll be trying out. Ordo Draconis is what it's called. The mod for it came back recently, so I'll be waiting for him to update it. But we do have new content to try out. The Empire will be very challenging to take on, depending on where we start at. Like, if that update was here now, they would have forts, and forts would be so much fun to take. I love new strategic challenges that I've got to plan around. So now the Red Duke is crawling towards new targets. There's only so many to go after. He takes flight. You know they have a lady. A lady that represents the damsel or even the Fey Enchantress. We've already handled their leader. The ones who would indoctrinate them. What more could a lady do? I get his weapon strength close to 900. It's where we lose her. She uses spellcasting trying to retaliate. It's a brave and heroic effort. It's not sufficient for what is about to happen. And she's been eaten. Completely wiped out. She dies, bathed in a pool of her own blood. Now the Red Duke fights elsewhere. That was potentially the coolest way to destroy their leadership, I must admit. Now they all begin to run, and we've taken this town. It belongs to us. Between the hags and the Kroxigors, and now my Blood Knights moving in, it's only a group of foot squires left. Louis of Brent, he too attacks. With that much devastating attack power, it's time for them to go. We now own Bretonnia. The battle is over. It's incredible what the Red Duke is able to do. The Trebuchet won, though. I'm telling you, all you need is someone who's really good at sculpting stones. You make them into a rectangle, and you launch them at people. It solves every problem. Are you in debt? Hit your debtor, or hit the person who holds your debt with a rock. Let's see, are you being threatened? Launch a stone at them at a high velocity and crush their home. There's no problem anymore. I'm telling you, I have the answer for everything here. Decisive victory. Okay, we're gonna... I could subjugate for fun. That would be interesting. You know what? You know what? No, you don't get that. I don't believe I want you to. You don't have a lot of power, but then again, I would have 2 people underneath me. Oh, fuck. It's so hard to choose. Live, don't live. Ah, servants are great. Fine. Take your damn land. Might have to get that gift regions mod to give him Genels, and then for Baston, I would give him Montfort later on. That way they would hold this location. So they would be like my bordering force right in the middle. I kind of like that. Yeah. All right. Sure. If I get that, that'll put me at 8,991 health to 9,620. That's a lot more, so we'll take it. Louis Brent is only level 24. We'll put a point into thick-skinned. It's already tough. Let's make him tougher. Do I have any new loot for him, though? Ah, I do, actually. We'll give him Warrior Bane to reduce enemy weapon damage by 6%. Gambler's Armor to reduce... No, I like your debuff as it is, so keep that. There's a student for more of a research rate. It'll go up by 10% as well. Now we can leave. Let's go. We'll head right over here. Into Baston. We'll move up north. We'll move around, go to Blackstone Post, destroy them, move elsewhere. Oh, it's going to be a fantastic campaign. But now I have a new servant. Feels good. Feels good. Did they change that, or is that a mod? I can't remember, but I can now issue commandments without owning the full thing. Huh. Like if another faction owns it, then I don't have to worry about fighting them. I don't know. I don't know, actually. It's been a minute. Alright, Bloodlord. You get to wait and watch for you-know-who. Oh, indeed. They're coming. Let's end our turn. And spend a bit of money before we do that, even. Kroxigors, if you make 200 more, hey, that's more for me. I like it. Greater Mousillon is under attack. Kroxigors wanted a peace treaty, but they will not have it. Now it's time to eliminate what we can of their garrison. I might have to fight that battle out. Oh, they have no walls. Well, good for me. That's a much lower chance. I don't know why I had you try to do that. That was a misclick. Honestly, I need to click off, but it was too soon. Too late and too soon. All right, Red Duke. You gotta go fight Bretonnia, I believe.
My lady will not allow it.
Well, she doesn't have... Oh, she does have host groups, though. Yeah, these are unique to CTT, and I think they're brilliant. So they're just larger units that cost more, and you have to build a building that also takes away your money. I think they're fucking brilliant, because what's really needed are larger unit sizes in order for you to truly have these epic fights. Because then you have more infantry holding the line, or in this case, more horsemen. And it just looks cooler, and it feels really good, too. And because you can't have all of your units like that, it's actually fairly well-balanced. I've got to say, it's fairly well-balanced. Now, I did subjugate you, but I can't get here. Let's try to go over here to Blackstone Post.
My bloodline calls.
Ah, here we go. The Dreadwings. Oh, look at what I can get now. Look at this new unit that I'm going to show off on our following part. They were transformed into Bloody Blood Knights. A Hellsteed. Oh, they're going to be so powerful. I can't wait to show them off. They're incredibly strong. I think I may want to give them over to Baron Mortarion, though. Baron, I feel like you need them more if you're going to go into a very difficult battle. So these are the Dreadwings. These knights were transformed into brutal blood knights after a bloody siege of Pedavon. The Knights of Pedavon are infamous for their aerial capabilities, and the Dreadwings were no different. Now, in Undeath, each knight has managed to bind himself so they're flying units. Oh, I get flying, like 36 of them? Holy crap. So our goal is to try to make it to her.
To victory!
Not in this world or
Oh,
the other.
but we do have to move out of the range of that other army.
To us is impossible.
It's still pretty close, but I've got to stay away from it, or that guy will double up on me
Prepare for this order.
with 2 armies.
This will achieve nothing.
It's a lot of ladies. Then we can go to Kroxigors. The Blood Lord is still holding down here in the woods. There's no one coming after us, thankfully. We did have to fight Kroxigors, unfortunately. So, again, the Blood Lord is going to be a cheap army that I use to kind of hold things down here. 2,800 is still a lot, but cheap enough. So we shall call it here. Tomorrow we'll have a longer part. Thank you for watching. Look forward to a new part tomorrow. And as always,